What if I told you you can make her irresistible to you without laying a single finger on her? What if I say you can drive him or her crazy, staying in their thoughts all day and make their heart race, all without any physical touch? Now I know what you're thinking, that it's not possible, right? Especially for those in long distance relationships where love is strong but distance becomes a silent story. You worry, can this love grow without constant touch? Can it survive without suspicion? Well, this video might just be the answer you've been waiting for. The key to strengthening your bond, keeping the desire alive, and avoiding the fatal mistakes. Mistakes that silently destroy the good relationships. But before we dive in, I want to hear from you. Drop "I am ready" in the comment section if you truly want to master this secret. Because what I'm about to share isn't some magical trick. It is real chemistry. One that anyone, yes, you, can learn and apply. Welcome to the Love Talk family, where we guide you to build a better love life, filled with truth, passion, and no regrets. So the first one says curiosity, the gentle engine of longing. Curiosity is the slow, quiet pull that makes someone stays with a thought of you. It's a space between sentences and half-finished stories. The one detail you choose not to explain. Curiosity isn't manipulation. It is elegant restraint. It invites imagination, and imagination begins to build a life with you in it. Leave a little mystery. Minds will fill the gap. When you reveal slowly, you are unforgettable. Curiosity makes the heart lean in. Questions light the way to deeper desire. Silence sometimes says more than 1,000 words. Imagine this. You are in a late night call and she asks, "Tell me about your craziest trip." You smile and you tell a single vivid moment, not the whole story, and then say, "I will tell you the rest when you see me." Instantly, she replays your single line in her head, on the bus, at work, and even in the shower. She starts imagining your face, your laugh, and the rest of the trip. The imagination grows like a small flame into something warm and persistent. If you were on the receiving end of that, being left, wanting just the right amount, how would you react? Would you text back immediately, begging for details? Or would you find yourself thinking about it for hours, smiling alone? Write your reaction below. Be honest. Does mystery excite or frustrate you? Use curiosity to make them discover you gradually. Share one interesting specific detail, a scar with a story, a childhood nickname, and let them ask for more. Each time they ask you, you give a new piece. This pattern trains their mind to keep seeking for you. Over days, their thought will fold you into ordinary moments. They keep saying things like, "I hope he will tell the other part of the story when we meet today." And boom, you become part of their mental routine. Now, here is a question for you. Imagine someone gave you one small intriguing detail every day for a week. Would you feel closer or more confused? Which would you prefer? One slow reveal or everything at once? Tell us why. Now, the second trigger is emotional safety, the deepest magnet. Emotional safety is the quiet guarantee that it is okay to be yourself around another person. It is not dramatic. It is patient listening, remembering the small things, and never weaponizing vulnerability. When someone feels safe, they relax into you. They show you their soft parts. And when you've seen those soft parts and stayed, that creates loyalty and longing. We open to who keeps the door open for us. Attention given is trust earned. Small memories makes big bond. Validation is not agreement, it is presence. Safety births courage to love. Now I want you to picture this. She's had a bad day. A boss was harsh, a plan fell through. You don't try to fix it. You ask, tell me, what happened? You pause. Let her speak fully. Repeat back the one line she said that mattered most and say, I hear you. That tiny ritual, listening, reflecting, and not rushing, it does two things. It soothes the wound and it makes her associate relief with you. Later that night, when she is half asleep, she thinks of your calm voice. It is not sexy in a movie way, it is magically intimate. She begins to prefer your voice over the noise of the day. If you were the one receiving that steady, patient presence after a rough day, how would your feelings shift? Would you feel closer, more trusting, or just comforted? Type a short memory of a time someone's quiet voice changed your mood. Now imagine you remember tiny details. The song she hummed in July, where he hates mangoes but loves mango juice. The fact that she worries about calling her mother. You bring these up later, casually, and she freezes, eyes wet, and she whispers, you remembered. Now that simple act tells her, I was listening to you even when you thought it was nothing. That realization creates dependence that is gentle but very strong. Now, question for reflection. What is one small detail someone remembered of you that made you melt? Now, how did that change how you saw them afterwards? Important boundary reminder because maturity matters. Creating emotional safety must never be used to exploit. Safety is not mutual growth, not a tool for control. Always ask, am I helping this person feel better or am I simply making them feel vulnerable for my benefits? Now, how does that boundary line feel to you? Have you ever felt safety was used against you? Share carefully. Your experience matters. Now, the third step, authenticity, the irresistible truth. Authenticity is simple. Show up as you, not a polished person, not a highlight reel, the human you. Authenticity breeds comfort and trust because it removes the guesswork. When someone is unabashedly themselves, it relaxes the other person. The relaxation turns into fascination. People are attracted to the rare person who isn't pretending. Now, here are some wisdom lines. To be real is to be magnetic. Authenticity is the luxury few can afford. Vulnerability without persistence invites intimacy. Be the person your younger self wished for. Truest charm is being unapologetically you. Now, I want you to imagine this moment. You are on a date and you imagine something small and human. A childhood embarrassment, a fear you still have, a goofy moment. Instead of cringe, they smile and admit. They also admit one of theirs. Laughter follows, then a deeper conversation. This exchange, honest and unpolished, says, we are safe enough to be real. Realness in a world that accepts facades feels like oxygen. They start to imagine or feel like they already know you. Now, not your highlight reel, but your honest self. And knowing breeds a sticky, persistent affection. If someone confesses a soft, imperfect truth to you, how would you respond? Would you admire their courage? Would you feel closer or would you pull away? Be vulnerable. Tell me your gut reaction. Now, consider consistency. Authenticity is not a one-time reveal. It is repeated across time. You are you in your words, your actions, and your follow-through. When your kindness matches your thoughts, your promises align with your imagination, traction deepens into trust. Trust becomes a habit. Habit becomes a home. People begin to miss you, not only what you do, but because of who you are. Now, here are some questions I would like for you to explore. Think of someone you trusted because they were consistent. What small repeated action convinced you to stay? Share one example that made you feel at home in the comment section. Now, final impressive practice. Combine all three. Imagine a single scene that layers all three. Curiosity, safety, and authenticity. It's a raining evening and you share one intriguing memory that makes her laugh. That is curiosity. She confides a worry in you and you listen, mirror her feelings, and offer calm without solving. Now that's safety. Then you confess one small personal flaw openly, without drama, without lies. Now that's authenticity. She breathes easier. She laughs. Those three moves, staggered, sincere, and patient, create a gravitational field that keeps her returning to your orbit. If you were leaving this scene as either side, how quickly would you find yourself replaying it in your head? Would you start planning the next conversation? Write down, as if texting yourself the next morning, one sentence that will show how obsessed you are with their memory. Now, which of the three, curiosity, emotional safety, and authenticity, do you think you already do well? And which one feels the hardest for you? Explain one real situation where you succeeded or failed. If you were learning this set of skill for one person, which single behavior would you practice this week? I would like you to be very specific. The last time someone's small, real thing made you think of them all day. Tell us what exactly happened. Drop your answers below because I read every comment and I will reply to at least 3 honest stories we can use immediately. So, on that note, we draw the curtains. Thanks for your listening ears, and until next time, bye for now.